This is your daily market review for Thursday, March 30th, 2023. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is your daily market review for Thursday, March 30th, 2023. Let's get into it. Last day of the quarter is tomorrow. Tons of data, core PCE, personal income, personal spending, Chicago PMI, University of Michigan sentiments. A lot going on. It's going to be fireworks. If I had to guess, last day of the quarter, it's going to be important, especially if last day is a Friday, has a tendency to be what? Down, especially check the daily, Stock Traders Almanac. Down 27 last 33, Russell down 24 of the last 33. Well, we'll see. Again, in my mind, what's going on, it's hard to predict. Sometimes that's why I try to explain to people, like, fundamentals, technicals, all this crap, it's so hard to predict what's going to happen day to day. Now, again, based on everything that I'm reading, when I dig deep into earnings, some of the management calls, just some of what they're talking about, everything that's going on, I mean, the market's whistling past the graveyard. We know that, but doesn't necessarily mean it has to dump immediately. That's what's so hard about the markets. What's rational, what's not, are hard to define in the sense of what's next, right? The market's future discount looking. Well, things getting better, or is this just a squeeze after the Fed's pump liquidity to try to save the banks? Again, we have to use the technical levels best we can, use our best judgments, and go on from there. So if you want to join the Discord room, link is in the description below. Please follow on Twitter. Again, posting a lot of what I see is interesting stuff with the market, because especially with how news now flows pretty freely on Twitter, it's a great place to repost it. Keep it simple, keep it stupid, I guess, if you want, right? The KISS method. But a lot of, I mean, obviously Twitter has a bunch of dumb stuff on it too, but there's a lot of good insight. Hopefully my internet will not be slow while I record this. Again, please watch the Back to Basics if you're new to trading or not. Just, it's good to get familiar with the stuff. First three and last three trading days. Looks like window markup. Is there going to be selling to start the new quarter? A lot of gaps. Again, I personally thought today would be an outside reversal day. Clearly wrong. Admitting wrong happens. Again, if you try to think that you're going to somehow find someone who's never wrong and you think that your predictions are always going to be right, you will lose your ass. Just be careful. If you're newer to trading, please check out the tradingagent.com. Here's one of the side sites, Back to Basics, from beginning, intermediate to advanced level videos. Here you go. Here are all of the websites, or here's the tradingagent.com, and you can see all the different, I tried to update it too, get the Back to Basics with a little bit of the recommended reading help. Again, the video sometimes loads slow, just is what it is. If you have any questions, again, please reach out. But don't please reach out if you're asking about penny stocks or what's going to happen tomorrow or what's going to happen in near term all the time. Again, your guess is as good as mine sometimes. Again, save this, cmegroup.com, market interest rate, Fed fund futures, 50-50, rate hike, staying the same going into the next quarter or next meeting in May. I think it's 3rd. Yep. Bitcoin, chopping. That got the outside reversal looking potential here. We'll see. Again, if it would have engulfed down, that would have been stronger, but I guess the day is not over. Keep an eye on it. Oil. Feds just hate oil tracking higher. Again, watch the mid-70s. It's old resistance. UNG, natural gas, chopping. As we've said, I personally think you could be near the lows, but I don't really have any desire to get involved in this bugger. It has tendencies to play chop, slop, bottoms. Again, I'd love to see the Fed admit pivot and change direction. We're not at that. I mean, they're talking about rate hikes, but everyone knows the economy is slowing, and they're just trying to look credible by slow rolling the market. We know how this goes. Ultimately, it changes. The dollar. Watch these levels. Again, another little gap down, retesting the range of lows. It's tough to know, but I would watch, obviously, the lows in this 200-day. I know that sounds like a big, big, big range, but, I mean, if you look at the monthly, and this is why it's sometimes you have to zoom out. Big up, back test, watch, right? Watch the near ranges. Obviously, there's some importance here when you look back on the daily, right? Keep an eye on it. Just watch this area, because if not, you can go right back to the range lows. Will it happen? Time will tell. TLT, the big elephant in the room, is what do the Feds do with inflation? What do the Feds do with their fiscal deficit? What are the Feds going to do to fund a FDIC bailout essentially, because again, there's only like $100 billion in there, and there's what, 10 trillion plus of deposits. Big, big, big conundrum. I've said this and I'll say it over again. I think if the feds are smart, they want the market to drop. They want money that's on the sidelines to come into what? Treasuries. So watch this area on the TLT 103 to 109. In my mind, I could be dead wrong on this, but personally, I think it's the only way that they can get interest rates down to fund the government without interest rate payments absolutely eating up all of the budget. You know, if you asked the spenders in Washington what they would rather have, do you want the economy booming or do you want to be able to spend endlessly? They probably wouldn't give you an easy answer. Booming economy? Well, guess what? We're in the stagflation. Do you want more of it? Right? Do you want higher rates to kill off inflation? Again, my thinking is that this is why the reason why they're talking about raising rates more, because if you've ever seen this before and previously, they'll say they're raising rates, but the market anticipates the recession and rates actually go down, and then they cut when it becomes necessary because the market's freaking out. Where are we in the cycle? Watch the ranges. The VIX, good God. Given it, I mean, anyone see the action day? Big doji at the lows. Again, if you're newer to this channel and you're like, damn, the market's bottoming for the long term, get the hell out of here. Study the past. These are all VIX spikes that had to do with either, I don't know, fear and panic, a bear market, COVID, right? This is the Fed tightening in September 2018, right? Here were some China issues. Here are some reverberations after what? After the bear market bottomed. And you're going to tell me, without a doubt, that the bear market is over? Get the heck out of here. I don't care if people, again, timing-wise, yes, it's difficult. That's fine. But people who troll, and again, getting a lot of those folks trolling today. Hey, the bull market's on, bro. Is it? Okay, keep an eye on this. SPY. Zoom out, right? Here we go. Nice little trend line right here again. I mean, give or take. I mean, this is how I like to do trend lines because, again, perfection is not attainable, right? Like, just open it up a little bit, give it a little space to breathe. Well, where are we at on the monthly? Oh, how about them apples? We're just right back at resistance. I mean, you could stretch this all the way. Why are you going to be like that? Here you go. People getting real excited. Really, really excited. Okay. It just feels like liquidity bounce. QQQ, same thing. Retesting recent highs. And I thought yesterday was the novice gap trap. I thought today would be the blow, like open high, close low. Didn't get it. That happens, right? It happens. But here, I mean, I have it on the weekly. Let me draw this. I mean, you can see exactly where we're at, right? Like, do you want to draw the box up to there? I don't know. I mean, but we're in an incredibly important zone. You can see it better on the monthly, but here, back testing a trend line, on a weekly. Let me get you the weekly. Let me get you that. Let me pull it in. Again, too many screen problems. Here we are. All we're doing is back testing. Back testing. We'll see. Again, these levels again. Everyone bullish at the highs. Be careful. Oh, SPY. I can't remember who was in the Discord room, but was arguing. Is this the head and shoulders? Left shoulder, right shoulder. So you had the double tap. Here's your head. Here's your double tap. Whatever. Oops. Yeah. I mean, you could argue that. I mean, personally, I don't know. Another doji closes above the Fed day range high. Talk about scary for bulls. Pain. I get it. Trust me. I absolutely get it. Have your stops. And if needed, stop out. You can always get back in or just wait. Because again, here's the hardest thing. People go, well, what do you do if you wait? Do you just get bullish and then ride up? No. No. It'd be like selling down here, right? Buying up here. If you get stopped out of what you perceive to be highs, you don't go long. You just watch. Again, QQQ, same kind of thing, chilling at the highs. IWM, it was up today, right? No. The IWM's acting like I think it should. Opens high, closes low. Not really engulfing because you got to get below yesterday's low, but again, watch for lagging. Yeah, it's definitely lagging. Looks like crapacola. Put that on your sub at Jersey Mike's. Just kidding. Man, this is an interesting candle. Again, another gap up hammer over the Fed day lows, trying to get over the December lows. Keep an eye on it. Gold, getting a lot of trolls out there, but let me go on record again. Go on record. I have always recommended precious metals. If you don't know, go watch previous recaps about the long term. I've said forever, this is a big cup and handle with the head and shoulders bottom. Chop, chop, chop. We have plenty of the physical. Now, trade-wise, who remembers us calling the bottom down here? Right? All right, it's gone higher than I thought. Cool beans. Do I want to chase? It's just what I talked about with the market. No. We took our trade on it. I've got a small baby short and dust calls that are going to go to zero. Hopefully not, but you never know. Again, as a hedge, I'm always long gold. That's what I tell people. I'm like, you don't realize I'm always long gold and silver. If you own physical, that's what you are. That's the reality here. Well, now here up at the highs chopping. Okay, we'll see what happens. Again, I've said this a bazillion times. We're going to go, right? We're going to go at some point. Do I want to be long going into what I perceive to be credit crunch, potential liquidation of everything that is holy and unholy, right? And then silver next. Okay, cool. We talked about the 0.618 acting as problems. All right, getting over it. Good. I mean, I'm not. It's amazing to see gold back at the highs, but I mean, here's silver. Silver should be up in the 25s. We'll see what happens. It's definitely lagging. Does it time to catch up? Either way, I mean, again, I'm not recommending people short. I'm saying being careful. If you own this stuff and you've never seen what happens, like GDX during liquidation, pow. Market liquidation, pow. Again, it makes no sense. Not rational. But here we go. Watch it. The show me the effing money zone. We're in it, y'all. We're in it. We're back up against it. We'll see what happens with GDX. Again, don't follow. Again, I'm not always going to be right. I'm not sitting here going, oh, I'm always right. No. I just think it's easier to buy gold miners when the Fed pivots. GDXJ, same kind of thing. And the same, if anything, the GDXJ has been way lagadocious. Look at this. Trend lines galore. Multiple moving averages on the monthly. Again, when in doubt, zoom out. Don't have tunnel vision. Hey, cat. AG. I wonder if you can hear her purring. We talked about, we like that they said they're going to cut their production because they're tired of the low prices. Good for them. Now it's popping up. Watch the 50-day. We've seen this kind of close before, but could it retest sevens? I mean, it's always possible. Again, do I hate it? No. Would I buy it? No, I think I'll wait for a retest later. AEM, same kind of thing. Back testing. Newmont couldn't even get over yesterday's highs. Interesting. Doji, I guess it got next to it. No. Just chopping. Again, tough to know. Every day, not. Again, this is why day traders, people try to predict every day again. Good luck. PAAS, we talked about it could get up into the 18s. Here you go. I wouldn't like that candle. And you don't like that open high, long wick close at the lows. Where have we seen that before, right? Could it chop and then go? I don't know. Again, sometimes it's not as simple as you want it to be. AMD. Tech back up at the highs. What about AMD? Damn, another doji. You know, and I'm not surprised by this. We've talked about, look at the monthly. Look where you're at, homie. It's the big old middle finger. Here's your thumb. 20-month. I mean, you can see it's like, why is it not saved? Right? You can see there's resistance right up in here. The 103s. You're welcome. There's the alarm. At this point, you would think it'd be higher. Taiwan Semi was up today, right? Opens high, close low. We'll keep an eye on it. Micron, dude, their guidance, absolute trash. I feel like this is a novice gap trap, high volume puke at the highs. Idiots running into it. Here you go. We'll see what happens. I mean, it just feels like it. NVIDIA, right? Should be up 10 points. Retesting the highs. We'll see. Intel. Now, this thing has been fire going over the 200-day. But be aware. Check out the weekly. You've got the trend line and the 50-month. And this used to be, again, this, you know, people go, oh, your trend line's up. I don't bring a ruler to trading, right? This isn't woodworking class. Draw it like that. We're in it. Keep an eye on it, okay? You're like, oh, you down this and that. I'm like, gosh, if everything was so perfect and easy, everybody would be getting rich. But where are they? No. Again, check the monthly. We're just back testing what to me seems like the 200-month and range lows. Keep an eye on it. SMH, again, impressed that I got to the 260s. Never thought that a million years we'd get back up to the top of this range. You can see it on the weekly. Same thing. Give me 2 seconds. Bouncing around. Bazinga. Is that it? Yep. Here you go. Everyone's bullish at the highs. Okay. Daily, same thing. Is this a novice gap trap at the 0.618? Just worth an eye. Adobe's holding up. We're in the 380s. Again, you've got a little bit of resistance here. You can zoom out. You can see it. Apple, man, do we have to hit this trend line? And we're so close. We're so close. Retesting the Fed day highs. Harsh. Amazon just chopping around here, trying to get over the 100 level. Is this a novice gap? Again, when I say 100 level, like this box of pain. CRM, man, you would think this would be up today. No. But it has been on a high run. But check out the weekly. Coming into the 200th week. And there is notable resistance. I did see that Nancy Pelosi sold all her CRM. What does she know? Nothing. That lady doesn't. She's the worst trader out there. Her husband, on the other hand, amazing trader. Guggenheim, man, you would think Chat GPT, AEI, AI, EEIEIO. No, here you go. Just, man, floundering. Hits the trend channel. 200-day. Meta. That bill ain't going to pass, and TikTok ain't going to get banned. But it is holding up. And people keep going, well, Dan, why would you short it? Why would I not short it? Literally, it came off the monthly trend line and is back testing the main range. Could it get up there? Maybe. I highly doubt it. But they're not. This new Patriot Act of the internet ain't coming. Ain't passing. I guarantee that. Microsoft. Man, look at that doji over the range highs. Again, people, patience, whatever. I mean, if you check out the weekly, you can see it. There's the box. I'm sorry, it's not all saved here. But you can see there's a lot of action in this range. I mean, does it have to fill that gap? I don't know. Keep an eye on it, right? Keep an eye. I don't trust Microsoft at all. NDAQ, again, it's crazy how 3 names have literally carried the market. NDAQ gets over the 20-day. Ugly. MicroStrategy, up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right, up, round, around and round. What we talked about, this is the box. Just keep an eye on it. Netflix, gaps up over the 50-day. Feels like a trap. Feels like a trap. I know you. Keep an eye on it. Roblox can't get out of its own way. Chopping. Tesla should be up 5 points today. 10 points. Meh. I mean, nobody wants it. Like, there's clearly equilibrium between buyers and sellers here. We'll see what happens here. Materials, right? They should be flying. Market's flying. Gaps up, closes at the lows, multiple 2-day range. Keep an eye on X. Nucor. Okay, I'm not surprised this one got up a little higher because you got the 100-day here. And it was XDiv today. Cool beans. Watch the 152s. Cats. Meow. Caterpillar. Range highs. Recent range highs. Again, a lot of indecisions. Like struggling to get up. Can't get it up. Need some Viagra? Question mark. Cialis. Yikes. VALE. You would think the dollar going lower, this thing would be smoking higher. Not bad. We talked about the 20-day yesterday. Maybe this 16 area. Keep an eye on it. Arrow. Did you see the dumping yesterday at the close? That long wick. Another day. Just couldn't go anywhere. Keep an eye on it. CCJ. Acting better. Keep an eye on it, though. You've got another... I mean, you can see it. That's the best way to describe it. Yeah, I mean, you're coming into it. You're coming into it. Watch that mid-26s. AA, floundering around, chopping around. Wick, coming back down. All right, our favorite names, the ag names. I don't trust them. I'm going to let them chop out, bottom out, whatever. Mosaic, fly through these. They all look the same. Gap up, close at the lows. Doesn't look terrible, but NTR, I think this would be in like the 74 area. It's just, no, it's 75 now. It's just XLF. Everybody loves financials all of a sudden. Bank issues abound. Pop up, close. They couldn't even get to 32s. JP Morgan, money center banks. I don't trust them one bit. Chopping around, floundering. Held the 200. Okay. Mosaic. No, Morgan Stanley. MS. Looks like it's, again, this does not look good, guys. Market's rallying and this stuff is lagging, right? When the financials lag, credit's tightening, things are going to be what? Painful later. Goldman, 20-day. XBI should have been up today, right? Man, opens. See, that's an engulfing bar. That is not pretty. Last time it did it, look what it did. Keep an eye on it. Now again, where you're like, where's the next support? It's not down until the 60 doses. 60 dose. What is it? 60 dose? 62s, I guess. Keep an eye on it, right? Solar. I'm not surprised it's chopping around. I mean, dumb people are just buying this crap, man. Look at the gap up today. Goldman Sachs talking about it. Opens high, closes low. ENPH had some good news, or no, was it said? I can't remember. One of the two. Opens 50-day, fails again. Sedgerton, was it Sedge who had the good news today? I mean, look at this range. Look at these wicks. Not interested. First solar, right? You would think this would be a 220 plus. Opens high, makes new lows, closes at the lows. That bar looks a little red to me. HYG, just kind of watching on the radar. Nice pop. Here we are, the Fed day range highs. Man, this is going to be tough to get to the 100, 200, 50-day. IYT. I can't remember that song or what that was from. Here you go. Opens up, closes low. Is this a trap? Feels trappish. End it with the oils. USO, okay, chopping around. UNG, man, I told people to leave this thing alone. Look at it. It's like natural gas bottomed here, and it's already decayed like a solid 5% when it should be. Oh, God, don't even do it. 5% is what it is. XOP, we talked about getting up here, chopping around. Got to the, you can see there's like a little box of plenty here. I'm not surprised if we back off of this coming to the 20-day. Keep an eye on it. ExxonMobil, what did it do today? Flopping around the 109s. Closed near the highs, though. But look at that little doji. I'd watch what happens when it gets up a little higher. Occidental. Buffett's buying it. Why is it dropping? Because he's selling calls, probably. All right, coming into the trend line, 2-day range. Man, that's an easy trade. Gets over it, go with. Doesn't get out's the way. PX Dizzle. Chopping at resistance, not surprised. Zoom out. This area matters. EQT and then Flex LNG. EQT, I don't know, chopping. Chop. Flex LNG. Same thing. Chop. I mean, I like the idea of exporting natural gas long term for the U.S. economy. Go green. Yeah, it's going to be hard. You're going to have to transition at some point. Anyway, all right, well, if you have any questions, please reach out. I know this is frustrating. If you're a bear, if you're a bull, again, if the emotions are flying high right here, and you can tell we're pretty close to an inflection point. What actually happens next, how it plays out, if you believe in certainty, well, then guess what? You won't have stops. You won't define your risk. Again, if you think you're always going to win in trading and that you're going to nail every swing, every move, chop is just not part of the process, and you think it's just going to be easy all the time, then I need to tell you something, and I'm going to whisper it. You probably shouldn't be trading. It's a risk-reward, risk management game. To believe that at any point in your trading career that you cannot be wrong is recipe for absolute disaster. And again, trying to be 100% transparent here, 100%, got some pain here, not excited about today's action. Yesterday's action was, wasn't too bad. Pain level, threshold, frustration for me. And again, I usually don't get emotional. I don't sound emotional, but I'm pretty high on the scale. And usually at the scale points, we're at inflection points pretty shortly. And now today, tomorrow, next week, it's tough to know. But keep in mind, Friday is usually a fry day, as in market's down. If you have any questions, please reach out. I appreciate all the love, the support, the donations. I know this isn't easy. Trying to continue to grow the channel and give more content. Again, when the student's ready, the teacher appears. This isn't a place for folks who are just flying off the hinges, trolling, getting nuts, going, and again, not defining the risk. Put your stop in. Again, when you put your trade in, put your damn stop in. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You can always get back in. It's the folks that don't do that crap and that just go, well, I'm going to roll the dice and see all or nothing. Well, at some point, it's all or nothing. Just keep that in mind. I will talk to you guys and gals later. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.